Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about the super function in Python. So the super function is used to give access to the methods of a parent class. So it's kind of like a subdivision of inheritance, and it returns a temporary object of a parent class when used. So for example, I have this little piece of code that I have written. We have the parent class, which is rectangle, and then we have two classes that are child classes. One is square, and as you can see, it inherits from the rectangle class, and same with cube, that inherits from the rectangle class. So we have two methods: define init self length width, and self.length equals length, self.width equals width. Same with here, except that this one also has height, because as you know, to get the volume of a cube you need the height as well. You can't just use length and width. And for square you just need the length and width, and you can multiply them together and you get the perimeter. So this is for the perimeter and this is for the volume. So this is kind of like area and volume, or sorry, not perimeter, I meant to say area. So this is for the area, this is for the volume. So in order to use the super function, we need to implement a couple things. So to get started, we don't want to reuse this code. We don't want to type it here and then type it again here. What we want to do is we want to do one of each, or just do it one time and use it in each one. So we want to delete this and again delete it here. And then what? We go to the rectangle class, and within the rectangle class we want to define in itself, and we want to add in the length and of course the width, because it's being used in the square and in the rectangle. But the height is only in the rectangle, in the square and the cube. The height is only used in the cube, so we don't need to write that here. We can just keep it here, write it explicitly. Okay, moving on, we need to define the length and the width, or not really define, but we need to call it in this function. So self dot length is going to be equal to length, and same with width. Self dot width equal to width. And we don't need to rewrite this again here and here, because like I said, we're going to be using the super function to access these two. So we're going to do that here. So super, and then parentheses, dot, underscore init, and we're going to say length and width. This is us basically telling the code, the program, that we want to access the parent class and use these two parameters. And we're going to do the same thing here. And then of course we're going to leave this here like I said, because it is not in the parent class. And then to test this out, we want to define two functions. One is going to be the area, the other one is going to be the volume. Area for square and volume for cube. So to get started, of course, we need to def, and we would need to say area and self. And how do we do the area mathematically? It's we want to return self dot length times self dot width. And for the volume, it's the same thing, except it's going to be times the height as well. So return, we're going to do it here, def volume self. Oh, it already wrote it for me. And we're going to say return self dot length times self dot width times self dot height. And just like that, it should be ready. And if you want to test it out, we can say print volume, or sorry, cube dot volume, and also print square dot area. So I got this error, and it's basically because I forgot to fix the indentation here, but if we run the code, it should work properly. We have 27 for the volume because 3 times 3 times 3 is 27, and we have 9 for the area because 3 times 3 is 9, and you can play with the numbers as you wish, and it'll still, you know, give you the proper output. But that's basically it for this video. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and as always, the full code will be in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.